Our first guest tonight is a hugely talented person with 5 Emmys and a closet full of award-winning wigs to prove it. Her latest project is called Loot. You can see it on Apple TV+. Please welcome Maya Rudolph. Too much, Maya. You know, sometimes people come out here and then they're from a different country and they expect.
I went for the double kiss.
2 kisses. Oh, I thought I initiated.
Because we're from LA.
And then you said, oh, and I thought, uh-oh, maybe I kissed too many times.
No, I love a double kiss.
Thank you, thank you. I enjoyed it as well. How are you?
I'm great.
May I ask, do you remember where you were on the day you heard that Donald Trump had been convicted of 34 felonies?
Don't we all?
No, I don't know. I mean, I remember vaguely.
I will tell you where I was, and this sounds like something that's great for a talk show, but it's the truth. I was at my daughter's 8th grade mock trial at a courthouse.
At a real courthouse?
That's right. I was in a real courthouse. And somebody's grandparent was there, and their phone was like, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, like something went off, and then people started getting a little buzzy and excited, and then my phone started going crazy, and I looked at my phone and it said, bye, bitch. And I was like, what's happening? And then one said, Felon von Schitzenpants. And I was like, okay. And then I just got all these beautiful, glorious texts.
While the fake trial was happening.
While the fake trial was going on.
While another rigged trial was going on.
That's right.
What was the trial? What was your daughter's role in it?
It was a made-up trial. My daughter was a police chief.
Oh, nice.
So she was talking about the murder, and then the murderer was found not guilty, which is really funny because it was a real judge, and the real judge said, the verdict was not guilty. I think you did it. I was like, I wonder if they do that for real in like real cases.
I feel like there's
you're not guilty. I think you did it.
There's a lot we don't know. I think every time there's one of these high-profile cases, we go, oh, that's how it works? Because we think we know how it works because of TV.
No.
But
that's something we should not believe. But like, I will say, I don't know if you've been in courthouses that often,
really.
but I have not as well. And they make me very nervous. I feel like I was in trouble a lot.
I could see that, because you have to go through the metal detector,
Yeah, like
right?
even when you're at the airport and you give them your bag, like, I didn't do it. Like, doesn't it feel like you feel...
Yeah, when you're driving and there's a police officer and you're like,
so
I am going
guilty.
within the speed limit, and yet I'm going to slow down just a little bit
I feel like
more.
my weed is... My weed.
You know what?
I was gonna say trunk is filled with weed, but
we just got to the root of our paranoia.
Yeah.
You know, we had yesterday, and I was wondering what your perspective on this was. We had a whole monologue planned, and then in the afternoon, the verdict was
I thought of you immediately.
And we were like, okay, well, this goes in the garbage, and we have to start again.
Great, but did you like that?
I kind of love it. Yeah, there's something about it that's fun. Yeah, it makes you feel like you're like a journalist, like a newspaper reporter or something.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, watching you talk about it is so delicious.
I will admit I do enjoy it.
It's very cathartic.
When you were on Saturday Night Live as a regular, did you have that happen frequently, or something would happen in the daytime?
There were times, you know, when it happened actually was when I came back to play Vice President Kamala Harris, because we were doing a lot of those election shows. You can clap if you want,
She's going to be here on Tuesday. This is good practice
one
for
guy
me.
was like, but it was funny because remember the election was so fraught.
Yeah, it was. That's a good word.
Someone was being a real drama queen and like extended it for a while. Anyway, so that went on for a while, and we were kind of waiting, and we did the dress rehearsal show, and then when Biden and Harris gave their victory speech, she was wearing a white suit, and so the costume department like literally whipped me up like a brand new outfit, like to a T. I matched.
Amazing.
It was amazing. It was so exciting. It was
We take
this
it
is
for
what
granted.
we trained for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really exciting, and it felt like we're truly being a part of history.
And you did a great job on Mother's Day. You hosted the show on Mother's Day. It was very funny. And I do want to ask you about, you had done this once years before. You did an impression of Beyoncé on Hot Ones, the Hot Wings show.
That's correct.
And then you did Beyoncé on Hot. Now, does Beyoncé weigh in? Does she know about your impression? And does she like it?
She knows about my impression. Yeah. She knows about my impression.
You know that for sure.
Yes. No, I did it over the years. There's been so many different times where she was there at the show. I can't remember if it was when she was still in Destiny's Child. I think she was there as a solo artist is my memory. I can't remember because I'm getting on in years.
And the trunk full of weed.
And I have that trunk filled with weed. But I believe that Fred Armisen wrote a Prince show for me to do Beyoncé, and while she was there, but I believe she declined. And then at Goodnights, you have to stand next to the person you just did an impression of.
Yeah.
But she was very sweet about it.
She-
All I said was, I'm so sorry. It's so embarrassing. You know what I mean? She knows that my impression is filled with love and how much I love her, but it's still embarrassing to do anything in front of the person. And she said, no, it was good. She was so sweet.
Maya Rudolph is here. Her show is called Loot. We'll be right back.
Working can be really fun. Yeah. Plus, you get to wear cute little outfits and carry a binder to the kitchen while you're looking for a snack. Watch me. Business, 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 business. Meeting memo phone, meeting memo phone, meeting memo. Hey, girl, walking backwards, business, business. Call me. Yes, backwards, assistant, backwards, business. Oh, hello. Oh, gosh. Oh, there he is.
That is Maya Rudolph and Anna Gaspar, a guest star on the show Loot, which is on Apple TV Plus. You play a billionaire.
Yes.
Which seems like a fun thing to play, a billionaire.
So fun. It's so fun. You get to pretend you're super rich and you could do anything. It's like having a little magic genie.
It is really.
Rub a lamp.
Yeah, that genie fairy tale is always so appealing.
Like, what would you do with billions upon billions of dollars?
Right.
Anything, right?
You could do literally anything.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably buy Disneyland, and Guillermo and I would live there and not let any of the kids in.
Perfect. I would like that. You just ride the Matterhorn over and over.
Up in Sleeping Beauty's castle, just looking around menacingly. You are in a band, and this is you did an event I know at Netflix's A Joke, but this is not a joke thing. This is like a serious.
It's not a joke.
I know you have a great voice. You were in a Prince cover band called
Princess.
Yeah. It's an all-female band.
Well, my friend Gretchen and I are the singers, and we're females.
And you do the whole Prince catalog, and how
We
deep
just do
you
whatever
go?
we want. We started doing it, God, it was I remember it was after I had my son, so it's been 13 years. And, we love Prince so much. We were in a band together in college, and it was one of the many things that we had in common was this insane knowledge of Prince songs, and we knew we could sing the backwards part to Darling Nikki, in our sleep. And it was just her idea. After I left SNL, she said, we should start a Prince cover band and call it Princess.
And you did.
And we did.
You do it.
But we started doing the songs that we like. At the time, Prince wasn't really doing a lot of his early stuff because it was kind of dirty, and he stopped doing his dirty catalog.
Right, he had kind of a religious version.
Yeah, so we just did the early stuff that we grew up with that we love. The little
like which songs do you do?
Oh, we do stuff from Dirty Mind, and we do Darling Nikki is quite dirty. We do Head is very dirty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dirty.
All Prince, or do you do other artists as well?
All Prince and Prince-related things, but then we started this tradition where we do a medley because Prince did this wonderful thing where he had great command of his band, kind of like a James Brown thing. So he would stop on the one, and then he'd make you think that he was done, and then he'd come back. And so we started a medley where we started just injecting 80s TV theme songs. So, like, you know, Golden Girls and Family Ties and Cheers and stuff like that. It's really fun.
Well, you do the whole songs? You do little
No,
pieces
just
of
like
the
little.
songs?
Well, the songs, you know, the theme songs are short. Like, you know, Cheers is pretty short.
You do Cheers?
Cheers, we do. Yeah, and then we started doing commercials from the '80s. We do.
Do they flow into each other?
Yeah. Well, like we stop and then we start again. We stop and we start again. It's like 50. It's like a 15-minute long.
Are they related to each other?
No. They're just stupid, fun songs. But I think they're the songs that are in our brains from
yes,
being
they
children,
are.
like the Shasta Cola theme song, or the Monchichi theme song, or right?
What was the Shasta Cola theme song?
Don't give me that so-so soda, that same old cola. I wanna rock and rolla. I wanna pop, pop, pop. I wanna Shasta. Remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember. I didn't realize I remember, but I totally remember it
Yeah,
now.
I remember all that stuff. There's so much data from the 1980s stuck in here.
I realize my head is full. I
Filled.
can't. There's nothing. There's no room
It's
left.
just 80s commercials and weed right here.
Well, your show is very funny. You should check it out. It's called Loot. It is on Apple TV Plus right now. Maya Rudolph, everybody. Thank you, Maya.